your day a little bit easier by understanding the directions. So this is kind of where we left off on Friday. Most of you should have already done this page and page number 2, but I wanted to go ahead and make this so that we could just clear up some things and make sure we're ready to go. So for this one, remember, all you're doing is plugging this location into Google Maps, and then you're figuring out what the watershed is of that city. It should be a really big body of water sitting next to the city. So we did this one together in class, but if you plug in Erie, Pennsylvania into Google Maps, you should see Lake Erie sitting right next to Erie, Pennsylvania. So that would be the local watershed for Erie, PA. Down here, this is all about finding your local watershed. So everybody's probably going to have some sort of small creek that sits next to their house or close to it. So you're going to try to find that nearest small creek. Sometimes it'll have a name. Sometimes it won't have a name. If you don't have a name for it, you can just put unknown creek or unnamed creek. But most of you in your second one right here, it's going to transition into Chartiers Creek. So you're going to have whatever one into Chartiers Creek, and then you're going to follow Chartiers Creek and figure out, okay, well, where does that go into a bigger river? Where does that go into a bigger river? And then does that eventually lead us out into the ocean? You've got one question down here. Now, as we get down to this page, what you're doing here is, first of all, you need to read this. Later this week, we're going to be talking about Wingfield pines and some different things that we're going to do with the water quality of Wingfield pines. And so it's important to start to look at some of the different tests that we can do to figure out, okay, what exactly is the water quality of Wingfield pines. So you look at the type of concern as well as the type of test and then what that result would indicate to us. So if we have high levels of E. coli within a fecal coliform test, well, what does that mean? What does that test indicate? And in order to figure this information out, you're going to go to the very last page. The very last page on this document says, okay, E. coli bacteria test, high numbers of bacteria would indicate animal waste within the water. So if we go back up here, if we have high levels of E. coli in the fecal coliform test, that would indicate that we probably have animal waste within that water. Okay, so you're going to use this information, use the chart below to try to go ahead and fill that out. All right, now with this one, what you need to do is fill out this document. You know, this is based on the information that you read in that National Geographic website, hopefully a little bit earlier. So you're just going to kind of tell me what is pollution, what are the different ways that we can affect water, give me some different examples of point and non-point, and then you're going to use these terms right here and fill out these lines on this page. Once you've done that, you are done, and it is good to go. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to respond to emails today, but you guys let me know if you need anything.